they said that they don't want the kids to go back, and that's basically it.
Okay.
So, just so there will be no more just traumatizing towards the children or more fights or whatever the case may be. This is why I need this restraining order. Kids have been to school full time. They also fight this stupid coronavirus crap. I mean, the more and more stuff happen over there, the worse it become. Now the kids is in therapy and they're dealing with their issues and all these other things. And, you know what I mean? Physical safety of them and myself and my mom, and just, because you never know what's going on in someone else's household. My children tell me what's happened to them, and they're expressing me openly how they feel about what's happened to them, and, it's just, oh, Lord.
All right, Ms. Parker, I appreciate that. Since the order of protection has been in place, have there been any issues with Mr. Lewis? Has he tried to contact you or the children, or has there been any...
My daughter texts him on my cell phone when she's home. I don't have no talk to, personally with them. I don't have any dealings with them, nor does my mom. I'm going through the whole running and hiding with the phone situation with the oldest. She's grown up before her time. I really feel like that she's trying to make more grown-up decisions based on it, and like I told my daughter, you know what I mean? If you feel like you've been put in an awkward situation or your life doesn't feel like it has any meaning because of the situation that you've been put in, you know what I mean? You don't have to hide it, So.
This is your daughter, Faith Lynn?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Parker. I appreciate that. I don't think it's necessary at this time to rehash the allegations that the order of protection was based on. Mr. Lewis, I will let you speak here in a few moments. Have you received a copy of the application for the order of protection, sir?
I'm reading it right now, Your Honor, as she speaks.
Okay. Excellent. Did you just now start reading, or is it?
I've read it thoroughly, Your Honor, and I'm just going through and trying to find what she's saying here in this protection order that I'm not seeing, Your Honor. That's it.
Okay. That's just fine. If you want to go ahead, and I'll hear from you. I do need to let you know, Mr. Lewis, that these proceedings are recorded, that anything you say could be used against you in any other proceeding. So if there are things going on with Child Protection Services or any criminal things that happen, just to let you know that if you say something today, it can be used against you somewhere else.
I'm perfectly aware, Your Honor. Excellent.
With that in mind, do you have any testimony you'd like to provide the court?
Most definitely, Your Honor. I would like to, first of all, I've been holding my objections to... I just spoke with caseworker. Case has been dismissed unsubstantiated, Your Honor. First of all, and from day one, the mother, or I should say the adverse party in this hearing, is proclaiming that an incident 10 years ago, Your Honor, and as she just spoke just recently right now, she said that she nor her mother has dealings with me, Your Honor. And on top of that, I believe since there's already right now in justice court a restraining order to protect her and the children, that if I would have done these actions, that I would have been in violation of already in order. I'm sorry, I'm just trying my hardest to remain. This is a very emotional situation for me because what is happening is she's trying to keep my 3 younger children from my 3 older children. And this incident occurred on 6/6 during the summer break. 2 days after I got the children, when I should have had them for 2.5 months. This is the second time, Your Honor, that she's made up an allegation to have the children removed out of the house. The first time was molestation allegations to worker Keith Todd, who I spoke to also, Your Honor. And I have their numbers. I was prepared. I didn't hear until yesterday that I wouldn't be doing this until online. So I was prepared to face the court. So I have all the numbers and everything here that I would have liked the court to review. But I asked the court to go on record and see that there's never been a protection order. I've been the only one that has applied for a protection order, Your Honor. I was found not guilty of domestic issues while mother was found guilty to have hit me, Your Honor. And I have numerous videos here of threatening demeanor from both Miss Parker, and this is recent, Your Honor. I'm everything they do to me, which I have on video, they're proclaiming that they have done to me, and I believe that this is a manipulation of justice, because they would have had issues. They could have took it to where we have our case in children's court now with an order. We have joint custody, where she said in the beginning, prjudice is that she has custody of the kids. We share joint custody, Your Honor, and I'm filing a motion right now because I believe what she is doing is contempt of the original.
No way.
Miss Parker.
Yeah.
And listen, you remember the rules that we're not going to interrupt, that you're not allowed to interrupt anybody else?
Oh, no, I was talking to my mom.
All right, well.
I'll put you on me while you talk, so I do apologize.
This is what I get,
well,
Your Honor.
If you're saying it's not important for you to listen to, then that's fine. Do what you want. Go ahead, Mr. Mr. Lewis, I apologize.
I feel that with the violent messages that I've received, I have the incident that they're talking about, and my daughter did text me and sent me video that she took of the incident, and my daughter informed me that they were going to lie on me. I have a video from yesterday from her grandmother and cousins calling me and informing me that these false allegations would be brought up against me, Your Honor. First and foremost, she said that I threatened to kill the children. If the CPS report, which the court has privilege to read, is read, Your Honor, it'll say that I tried to kill myself because she had my daughter lie to the police and tell them that I had a knife to my neck. So I spent one day in suicide watch. They, by law, had to put me there. And I have the report here that I wanted to submit as evidence to the court until I found out yesterday I would be doing this over phone. But this is all record. There's no, there was no arrest made. And when the interview came from Miss Allison from CPS, the first thing, my mother can be called in from the living room. I'm here by myself. Nobody's here but me. But I can go get my mother, who was here for the incident involving my sister, who was disorderly and came over, and we called the police to put her out. I have the whole thing on tape. The children are talking and playing with the police officers. There's none of this crying. I would like to see proof that my children are in therapy, because it's me talking to my daughter 2 days ago. This hasn't happened. And I believe that she is trying to keep the children from me as a Class D felony expressed in the order before, because this is a fraudulent allegation.
Okay, Ms. Parker, or Mr. Lewis, I appreciate that. Here's what we're going to do. I do need to have the opportunity to review the Child Protection Services notes. The court did issue order of protection based on that incident and the allegations made in the, based on the August 6th incident. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set us for another date, just so I can get those.
Okay.
Mr. Lewis, I want you to file any documents as exhibits that you want this court to review. It sounds like you've got a lot of things that you want me to evaluate, and I apologize. Just with the pandemic, we're not doing things in person.
I understand completely, Your Honor. Safety comes first.
Of course. So we're going to keep this in place for just a few more days. I'm going to continue this till next week on Wednesday, okay?
And will I be... I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Are you available Wednesday afternoon, Ms. Parker?
Yes, I am. Am I going to be able to make any statements behind what he just said regarding the children not getting his custody for his summer vacation, because they were taken out of his custody behind him having a suicidal meltdown in front of the children? They witnessed that he basically tried to...
Objection, Your Honor. This isn't in the report. She didn't put this in her... This isn't in the TPO. Why didn't she write that here, Your Honor?
It doesn't matter. The children gave their own testimony.
Irrelevant.
About
Objection.
Folks.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Stop. Okay? Both of you just stop. We're going to, like I said, everybody's going to get a chance to make their arguments and their discussions. I need some time to evaluate, and obviously, Mr. Lewis, I want to give you the opportunity to submit any evidence that you want.
Would I be able to do that through email, or do I have to... Your Honor?
Just a second, okay?
Okay, thank you.
1 second. Ms. Parker, if you'd like to finish your thought, then I'm going to schedule the hearing, and then we'll answer any questions about submitting the evidence, okay? So Ms. Parker,
absolutely. Are you ready for me, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, first of all, before I finish my statement, Basically what I was talking about was, number one, that's my first question and I'll finish. Does this reflect on the restraining order as of still being in place of now, or is it going to be put on hold until the next time we talk on the phone? What's going on with that one, sir?
The order of protection will remain in place for a few more days.
Okay.
Till Wednesday.
It's going to be next Wednesday, so it's another 6 days.
Okay, perfect. Now, like I was saying before, the sad part about the situation to me, I put myself aside in like any good mom would when it comes to their children and their safety. And, like I said, I see no improvement with the father nor the mother. I really didn't have any say regarding the, go ahead.
Wait, who is this that's speaking?
This is Amanda.
Okay, Amanda.
I'm lost, Your Honor.
What do you mean when you say you
The
saw no
mother.
improvement with their mother?
I mean, the mother, being that circumstances keep happening in their homes with their personal life regarding the children's days when they're supposed to be in the father's care or, however it's supposed to go.
Objection. Unsubstantiated cases, Your Honor. Those were all unsubstantiated, by the way, Your Honor. Unsubstantiated.
For crying out loud, sir.
I was just trying to put my objection on the record, Your Honor.
But anyway, so, that is what it is. And, parenting classes that, the Judical states have gave us, or gave me, or whatever the case may be, has told me that, you always look out for the safety of the children. I don't want my kids stuck in therapy for the rest of their life because their father can't get it together.
Okay. Well, Ms. Parker, we'll deal with that. We'll discuss this when we get back together next week.
Okay.
You'll be allowed to make some argument for it, but nothing that you've already said. We've got a short amount of time. So you're aware, this court is not about custody. You guys have a custody case. And if I believe that things are better addressed in custody court, then the court may not maintain the order of protection. This order of protection is based, designed to address acts of domestic violence, not child
So we won't escalate.
So,
Your Honor.
We'll deal with it. We'll talk about it then. Mr. Lewis.
I just want a quick question on. I'm trying my hard. I'm studying for my LSAT now. I'm criminal justice graduate with my AA degree. I have a bachelor's degree. Do I not object? I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I understood we were on the record and everything that is said here can be held against me in another court, and I object to her being able to use unsubstantiated cases against me.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
Everything that you guys, we haven't taken any testimony today, so there's no objection when there's not testimony. That's argument. That's all that's been provided today. Anything that she says cannot be used against you in another proceeding. Anything you say in this proceeding, though, can be used against you. Okay? And I guess that's probably a little bit inaccurate. I did have everybody sworn in.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You said we were.
However, sir, if you're going to object, you need to provide an evidentiary objection.
My evidentiary objection, Your Honor, was the fact that those were unsubstantiated cases. I understand that protocol of the law.
All right, sir.
They weren't baseless objections, Your Honor. I assure you that.
My thing is, I'm tired of this thing escalating. That's all this is.
All right. So we're going to have this hearing next
Wednesday.
week. We're going to set it on Wednesday at 2:30 p.m.
I get to watch General Hospital. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. What time again?
At 2:30 p.m. If anybody has any documents that they want to file with the court, you may file those as exhibits into the case. If there's any, the court will obtain the Child Protection Services Unity notes to find out what's been going on with them. Any other questions or concerns from Ms. Parker?
No, that is it.
Any other questions or concerns, Mr. Lewis?
You said we could put those exhibits in the file. Is that something we can do online, or would we have to go down?
You can electronically submit your exhibits. They can be filed in the court. If you'd like to not have them filed, but just submit it to Chambers, I'll give you an email address that you can send a request.
That will work even better, yes.
All right. The email address is this. It's FC, as in family.